Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we're about to take off on a wild ride, exploring the top 10 travel adventures that'll leave you saying, did that really just happen? We're talking heart-pumping, adrenaline-rushing experiences that'll make you feel like you're on a roller coaster. But instead of being strapped in, you're jumping out of planes or diving with sharks. Are you ready to add some excitement to your bucket list? Because I'm about to introduce you to some incredible destinations and activities that'll make you want to pack your bags and go on an adventure right this second. And hey, while you're getting ready to explore, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Now let's get this adventure started. First up, we're heading to the dazzling city of Dubai, where the skyscrapers touch the clouds and the desert stretches as far as the eye can see. Now, imagine experiencing all that beauty from thousands of feet in the air while plummeting towards the earth at 120 miles per hour. That's right, folks. We're talking about skydiving over the iconic Palm Jumeirah. Picture this. You're geared up, heart racing, standing at the edge of a plane with the wind whipping through your hair. Then you take the leap of faith and whoosh! The feeling of free fall is indescribable. It's like all your worries just vanish as you soar through the air like a bird. And the view? Let's just say it's unlike anything you've ever seen. From the azure waters of the Persian Gulf to the sprawling cityscape, Dubai unfolds beneath you in all its glory. It's an experience that'll stay with you long after you're back on solid ground. But skydiving in Dubai isn't just about the breathtaking scenery. It's about conquering your fears, pushing your limits, and discovering a whole new level of courage within yourself. Think about it. You're literally jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. If that's not brave, I don't know what is. And the best part? You don't need to be a professional daredevil to do it. There are highly trained instructors who will guide you every step of the way, from the moment you step onto the plane to the moment your feet touch the ground. They'll make sure you're safe, comfortable, and having the time of your life. So, if you're looking for an adventure that'll leave you feeling exhilarated and empowered, add skydiving in Dubai to your bucket list. Trust me, it's an experience you'll never forget. Next, we're jetting off to the adventure capital of the world, New Zealand. This stunning country is known for its dramatic landscapes, from snow-capped mountains to sparkling fjords, but it's also home to some seriously heart-stopping activities. And when it comes to adrenaline-pumping adventures, nothing quite compares to bungee jumping off the Kawarau Bridge. This iconic bridge, nestled in the heart of Queenstown, is where commercial bungee jumping first began. Can you imagine being the first person to ever look over that edge and decide, yep, I'm going to tie myself to a giant rubber band and jump? Talk about brave. But hey, someone had to do it. And now, thousands of people flock to New Zealand every year for their chance to experience this exhilarating leap of faith. So, what exactly can you expect when you bungee jump at Kawarau Bridge? Well, first, you'll get outfitted in your safety gear and receive a thorough briefing from the experienced jump masters. Then, you'll slowly make your way to the edge of the platform, your heart pounding in your chest. And then, you jump. The feeling of free fall is like nothing else on Earth. It's a mix of pure adrenaline, exhilaration, and maybe just a touch of terror, all rolled into one unforgettable experience. As you plummet towards the rushing river below, the world seems to fade away. But don't worry, that bungee cord is there to catch you. You'll bounce back up feeling like a superhero who just cheated gravity. And the best part? You'll have bragging rights forever. So you think you're adventurous, huh? You like to live life on the edge? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because whitewater rafting in the Grand Canyon is gonna rock your world. Literally. Imagine yourself surrounded by these massive canyon walls, the sun barely peeking through, and the roar of the Colorado River echoing in your ears. And then, bam! You hit the rapids. You're holding on for dear life, paddling like crazy, and getting splashed with more water than a dolphin at SeaWorld. But you know what? You're loving every second of it. The adrenaline is pumping, the scenery is breathtaking, and you feel like you could conquer the world. Just remember, folks, safety first. Listen to your guide, wear your life jacket, and maybe brush up on your swimming skills. You don't want to be that person who ends up doing the backstroke to the next campsite. Trust me, I've seen it happen, and it wasn't pretty. But hey, if you survive the rapids, Think of the bragging rights. You can tell everyone you conquered the mighty Colorado River and live to tell the tale. You might even inspire someone else to step outside their comfort zone and try something new. And that, my friends, is what adventure is all about. Now, I know what you're thinking, Ellen. Whitewater rafting sounds kinda scary. And you know what? You're right, it can be. But it's also incredibly exhilarating and awe-inspiring. It's like riding a roller coaster through nature's own water park, majestic views and the sound of rushing water. Speaking of views, let's talk about the Grand Canyon. Have you ever seen anything so grand? It's like Mother Nature went wild with colors. It's truly a sight to behold. Experience it all from the river. Cool rock formations, hidden waterfalls, and maybe even some wildlife. Keep your eyes peeled for bighorn sheep, bald eagles, and if you're lucky, a river otter or two. They're the comedians of the animal kingdom. Whitewater rafting in the Grand Canyon is unforgettable. Challenge yourself, connect with nature, and create lasting memories. Plus, you'll have amazing photos for Instagram. Just be sure to tag me at The Ellen Show. I want to see those smiling faces. All right, adrenaline junkies, this one's for you. Pack your bags for shark cage diving in South Africa. Yes, you heard me right, sharks. Are you trying to get rid of me? Of course not, I love you all. But seriously, hear me out, it's exhilarating and eye-opening. Imagine being lowered into the deep blue sea. And a great white shark glides past your cage. Intimidating at first, but mesmerizing. Those teeth, that size. You'll gain a new appreciation for these creatures. Truly awe-inspiring. And don't worry, you're completely safe. It's like your own underwater apartment, with a view better than any Airbnb. Experienced guides ensure your safety and fun. Now, I know some people think shark cage diving is cruel or exploitative, but I'm here to tell you that responsible operators prioritize the well-being of the sharks and their environment. In fact, many shark cage diving companies contribute to shark conservation efforts and educate the public about the importance of protecting these amazing animals. Because here's the thing, folks, sharks are vital to the health of our oceans. They're like the CEOs of the underwater world, keeping everything in check. And without them, the whole ecosystem would be thrown out of whack. So, by going shark cage diving, you're not only having an incredible adventure, but you're also supporting a good cause. Win-win. Plus, you'll have the best story at your next dinner party. Just imagine. Oh, this old thing? This is a scar from when I went shark cage diving in South Africa. People will be lining up to hear your tales of adventure. You'll be the most interesting person in the room. But seriously, folks, if you're looking for an adventure that will challenge you, thrill you, and leave you with a newfound respect for the ocean and its inhabitants, then add shark cage diving to your bucket list. Just don't blame me if you start craving seafood after. Okay, folks, get ready for takeoff because we're heading to Switzerland for some paragliding. Now, I've always wanted to try paragliding. I mean, who hasn't dreamed of soaring through the air like a bird, feeling the wind in their hair and enjoying breathtaking views? It's the closest you'll get to flying without strapping yourself to a giant metal bird. And where better to do it than in the Swiss Alps? We're talking towering peaks, lush green valleys, sparkling blue lakes, and charming little villages straight out of a storybook. It's like landing in a real-life postcard. Imagine yourself running off the edge of a mountain, the ground falling away beneath you, and then suddenly, you're airborne. You're floating effortlessly through the air, the world spread out before you like a giant map. You can see everything from up there, the tiny houses, the winding rivers, the cows grazing in the fields, and the best part is, it's surprisingly peaceful. You're not strapped into a plane or hanging from a parachute. It's just you, the glider, and the open sky. You can feel the wind in your hair, the sun on your face, and the pure joy of flight coursing through your veins. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ellen, I'm not sure I have the guts to jump off a mountain. And you know what? That's okay. Paragliding is not for the faint of heart. But trust me, the feeling of freedom and exhilaration you'll experience is unlike anything else. Plus, you don't have to be an adrenaline junkie to enjoy paragliding. There are tandem flights available, where you're paired with an experienced pilot who does all the hard work. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. It's like having your own personal chauffeur, except instead of a fancy car, you're cruising through the clouds. And speaking of cruising, did I mention the views? I mean, seriously, folks, The views from up there are simply breathtaking. You'll see snow-capped peaks, emerald green valleys, and crystal-clear lakes that sparkle like a million diamonds. It's enough to make you want to break into a spontaneous yodel. So, if you're looking for an adventure that's both exhilarating and awe-inspiring, then add paragliding in Switzerland to your bucket list. Just be sure to pack your camera, your sense of adventure, and maybe an extra pair of underwear. You know, just in case. Welcome to Costa Rica. Get ready to trade your flip-flops for a harness because we're going ziplining. It's terrifying at first, but then you remember, who cares? I'm flying through the rainforest. Costa Rica's rainforest is truly amazing. Incredible trees that reach for the sky. You'll be soaring through the air, feeling the wind in your hair, and the views. Maybe even spot a sloth or two. Ziplining in Costa Rica is the perfect adventure. Now, some people might say, Ellen, ziplining sounds dangerous. And to them, I say, have you met my wife, Portia? She's the real daredevil in the family. But seriously, ziplining is very safe. These companies in Costa Rica, they know what they're doing. They've got all the safety gear and experienced guides to make sure you have a blast. You'll be zipping through the trees at what feels like 1,000,000 miles an hour, although it's probably closer to 30. But who's counting? The point is, you'll feel that adrenaline pumping. You know that feeling you get when you're about to go on stage? It's kind of like that, except you're wearing a helmet and harness instead of a fancy suit. But what I love most about ziplining in Costa Rica is the Pura Vida vibe. It's all about embracing life, enjoying the moment, and maybe screaming at the top of your lungs while you're flying through the air. And who knows, you might even surprise yourself and discover a hidden talent for ziplining. You might be a natural, or you might scream the whole way down. Either way, it'll make for a great story. So there you have it. Ziplining in Costa Rica, a thrilling adventure that's perfect for adrenaline junkies and nature lovers alike. Just remember to bring your sense of humor, because you never know what hilarious situations you might find yourself in. And maybe pack an extra pair of underwear, just in case. Alright folks, buckle up because we're about to get a little bit crazy. Today we're talking about volcano boarding in Nicaragua. Yes, you heard me right. We're going to hike up an active volcano, put on some protective gear, and slide down the side of a mountain of molten lava. Sounds like a Tuesday, right? Now I know what you're thinking. Ellen, are you sure this is a good idea? And to that I say, of course not. That's what makes it so much fun. But seriously, volcano boarding is actually pretty safe. Well, as safe as hurling yourself down a volcano can be. They say it's safer than skiing. I don't know about all that, but I do know it looks like a whole lot of fun. Imagine yourself standing at the top of Cerro Negro, which, by the way, means Black Hill in Spanish. How appropriate. You look down and see this massive black sand slope stretching out before you. The wind is whipping through your hair. You can smell that faint whiff of sulfur in the air, and you're pretty sure you just saw a lava beetle scurry by. It's exhilarating. You take a deep breath, hop on your board, which is basically just a glorified plywood toboggan, and push off. The wind rushes past you as you pick up speed, and before you know it, you're flying down the side of a volcano. It's like sledding, but instead of snow, you're on volcanic ash, and instead of hot cocoa waiting for you at the bottom, there's probably a lava flow. Just kidding. Maybe. Okay, I'll admit, volcano boarding is not for the faint of heart. It's bumpy, it's dusty, and there's a good chance you'll eat some volcanic ash. But hey, at least you'll have a story to tell, right? And trust me, this is a story you'll be telling for years to come. The best part about volcano boarding is that it's a total adrenaline rush. You're literally surfing down a volcano. How cool is that? Plus, you get amazing views of the surrounding landscape, which is probably something you should appreciate while you're still alive and all. But what really makes volcano boarding special is the sense of accomplishment you feel at the end. You just conquered a volcano. You're basically a superhero. You'll want to high-five everyone in sight, including the lava beetles. So, if you're looking for a unique and unforgettable adventure, I highly recommend adding volcano boarding in Nicaragua to your bucket list. Just remember to pack your sense of adventure, your protective gear, and maybe a dust mask. And don't forget your camera, because you're going to want to document this epic adventure. Well, hello there, adventure seekers! Today we're trading in our sandals and swimsuits for some serious winter gear because we're heading to Iceland to go ice climbing. Imagine scaling massive walls of ice with crampons and ice axes. Don't worry, we'll leave the ice sculptures to the professionals. Now I know what you're thinking. Ellen, isn't Iceland, made of ice? And to that I say yes, but it's the good kind of ice. Iceland is like a winter wonderland, with glaciers, ice caves, and frozen waterfalls just begging to be explored. It's like stepping into a real-life snow globe, but without the annoying glitter. But let's get back to the ice climbing, shall we? Imagine yourself standing at the base of a frozen waterfall, its icy tendrils reaching towards the sky like giant claws. You've got your crampons strapped on your boots, ice axes in hand, and a look of sheer terror on your face. Don't worry, that's perfectly normal. You take a deep breath, swing your axe at the ice wall, and hope for the best. To your surprise, it sticks. You kick your crampons into the ice, hoist yourself up, and repeat. It's like climbing a ladder, but instead of rungs, you have ice, and instead of a sturdy base, you have, well, more ice. Ice climbing is not for everyone. It's physically demanding and mentally challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. Imagine the feeling of accomplishment as you reach the top. Your muscles aching, breath ragged, but a huge grin on your face. You look out over the breathtaking Icelandic landscape, a panorama of glaciers and frozen tundra. You just conquered something amazing, and you get to brag about it to your friends. Just imagine their faces when you tell them. They'll be green with envy. Or maybe that's just frostbite. Either way, you'll have a story to tell. So if you're looking for an adventure that will push you to your limits, then ice climbing in Iceland is for you. Just remember to pack your warmest clothes and maybe a hairdryer for your toes. Trust me on that last one. Welcome to Huacachina, you guys. It's this little village in Peru, and get this, it's built around an oasis, an actual oasis. Like in those movies where people are wandering the desert and they stumble upon a hidden paradise? This is that place. Imagine palm trees swaying in the breeze, turquoise water shimmering in the sun, and giant sand dunes surrounding it all. It's like something out of a dream or a really good postcard. I mean, seriously, this place is so picturesque you'd think it was designed by a team of Instagram influencers. But here's the thing, Huacachina isn't just about lounging around and sipping lemonade by the pool, although I wouldn't blame you if that's all you wanted to do. This place is an adrenaline junkie's paradise because, hidden among those beautiful sand dunes, lies an adventure waiting to happen. Sandboarding. That's right, you heard me correctly, sandboarding. It's like snowboarding, but instead of snow, you're gliding down giant piles of sand. And let me tell you, it's just as much fun as it sounds, maybe even more. You haven't lived until you felt the wind in your hair as you fly down a sand dune. Sandboarding sounds intimidating, right? But trust me, it's easier than it looks. Instructors teach you everything you need to know, and falling is part of the fun. Landing in sand is forgiving. The real magic happens when you get the hang of it. It's pure exhilaration. Add sandboarding in Huacachina to your bucket list. Okay, folks, let's talk about Mexico. I love Mexico. The food, the music, the beaches, it's all fantastic. But today, we're diving into something even more amazing. Literally. We're heading to the Yucatan Peninsula to explore the incredible world of cave diving. The Yucatan Peninsula is home to these incredible underground rivers and cave systems called cenotes. They're like hidden worlds just waiting to be explored. So, whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting your fins wet, there's an underwater adventure waiting for you in the Yucatan Peninsula. Now, I'm not gonna lie, cave diving isn't for the faint of heart. It can be challenging and yes, maybe a little bit scary at times. But trust me, the rewards far outweigh the risks. Where else can you swim through underwater tunnels, marvel at ancient Mayan artifacts, and encounter unique marine life you won't find anywhere else in the world? Imagine gliding through the water, your flashlight illuminating the way, as you explore hidden chambers and passageways. It's like being in your own personal underwater playground. And the best part is, it's completely silent down there. No traffic, no crowds, just you and the peaceful sound of your own breathing. But what really sets cave diving apart is the feeling of discovery. Every time you go down, it's a new adventure. You never know what you're going to find around the next bend or in the next hidden chamber. And that feeling of exploration, of venturing into the unknown, it's truly exhilarating. So if you're looking for a truly unique and unforgettable travel adventure, add cave diving in Mexico to your list. Just remember to pack your sense of adventure, your swimsuit, and maybe a waterproof flashlight. Well, there you have it, folks. Our whirlwind adventure around the globe, exploring some of the most thrilling travel experiences out there, is coming to an end. From soaring through the skies to diving into the depths of the ocean, we've covered it all. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to pack my bags and book a flight. But before you do, don't forget to let me know in the comments which adventure got you the most excited. Are you team skydiving, team bungee jumping, or maybe team cave diving? Let's compare notes. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel content. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep seeking out those unforgettable adventures.